Las Vegas, once again the center of an infamous crime. The murder of rapper Tupac Shakur. Jury selection beginning today in the trial of Duane Davis, known as Keffe D, accused of masterminding the fatal 1996 shooting near the Las Vegas Strip. Tupac's hits like California Love redefined hip-hop.
Say what you say, but give me that bomb beat from Dre. Let me serenade the streets of LA.
Immortalizing him in pop culture, his death and the mystery around it reverberating for generations.
Here you have a 25-year-old in the prime of his career, and then a very public murder, a drive-by shooting with no answers as to who, why, or how. This trial will hopefully answer those questions.
As the trial begins, Suge Knight, the man riding next to Tupac when he was shot.
That's my brother. I really love and care about him still today.
Speaking out from prison, where he's serving time on an unrelated case.
We'll never get the full truth or justice. And it's not a day go by that me personally doesn't think about Tupac. This trial has nothing to do with me. And if somebody brings me there, it's going to hurt whoever brings me there.
Tonight, we look back at how this notorious cold case finally got cracked. The dueling police departments that may have complicated the investigation.
I just don't believe a lot of the information that was being conducted there in LA was actually being shared with us.
There would be no indictment had we not did what we did then.
As all eyes are on what's to come at the trial of the only person ever charged for the killing of Tupac.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Keffe D's arrest nearly 3 years ago.
New developments in the unsolved murder of Tupac
Shook the world of hip-hop and beyond.
Police arresting Duane Davis, known as Keffe D.
Authorities calling him the only living suspect for a murder Americans have been obsessed with for years.
So what they got you for, man?
Biggest case in Las Vegas history.
According to investigators, Keffe D's quiet life on this unassuming Nevada street masked the criminal past of a hardened gangster responsible for Tupac Shakur's murder.
Now, you plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty. I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did ever kill nobody.
Keffe D has pleaded not guilty. In an interview from jail last year, he maintained he had nothing to do with Tupac's murder.
They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas. I'm not, nowhere to be found.
The difficult part about this case is that there is no surveillance, no DNA, no murder weapon.
Back in 1996, Tupac was at the prime of his career.
I like to think I'm a revolutionary. I like to bring change.
The 25-year-old Death Row Records artist changing the rap game with hits like Keep Your Head Up.
We ain't meant to survive because it's a setup. And even though you're fed up,
and breaking through in films like Juice.
check yourself, Q. You gotta snap some collars and let them know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it.
Becoming a bona fide mainstream celebrity.
This is a superstar about to take a megastar turn.
That level of star power lost too soon.
It was definitely a big case to me as a kid growing up here.
Jason Johansson was handed the reins to the homicide division at the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department in 2021. Why had the case gone cold?
We knew what occurred and who did it. What we didn't have was a way to prove it in a court of law.
In 2024, ABC News learned that the Vegas police actually interviewed Keffe D in 2009, 14 years before his arrest. This is audio of what they're calling a confession, which took place in California, where Keffe lived at the time.
How do you feel about Tupac being dead now?
I wish it never happened, man. Right. Swear my life been up ever since.
Keffe D had long been on law enforcement's radar.
So we're in Compton, California, and it's the hometown of Keffe D. And it's not that big, it's about 10 square miles. But the gang ties here run deep, depending on where in the city you actually come from.
Duane Davis, by all accounts, was a well-established shot caller within the Southside Compton Crips. He had worked his way up through the gang, through narcotics trafficking and various other criminal activities.
Keffe D grew up with notorious figures in hip-hop, like Marion Suge Knight, the Death Row Records co-founder, who was with Tupac when he was shot.
And then what'd you see?
Blood.
Do you see people with the guns?
Listen carefully. Blood.
Keefe says when they were boys, they played sports together. Suge's dad, coach.
His dad and them taught us to be men. He was our football coach.
But in the 90s, Keefe and Suge found themselves on opposite sides of the raging battle between West Coast rappers and their adversaries from the East Coast. On one side, Suge's Death Row Records, which police say had connections with the Bloods. On the other, Bad Boy Records, which authorities say often hired Keefe D's Crips as security. It was founded by Sean Combs, decades before his downfall that sent him to prison for over 4 years. The label, home to artists like the Notorious B.I.G. of Big Papa fame.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
Dwayne Davis was the one who was organizing with Bad Boy Records to offer them protection.
When Keefe sits down with Vegas police in 2009, he tells his version of events from the night Tupac was fatally shot. It was September 7, 1996. It seems as though the entire world had come to Vegas to watch the much-awaited boxing match at the MGM Grand between Mike Tyson and Bruce Seldon. Tupac and Suge were in town, so were Keefe and his crew, who he says drove to town in that infamous white Cadillac.
Where did you stay?
I stayed at, Monte Carlo.
After the boxing match, Tupac, Suge, and their crew walked through the MGM Grand Hotel lobby. There, they encounter Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, Keefe's nephew. Tupac and his entourage are caught on hotel surveillance video attacking Orlando after Tupac allegedly learns that Orlando might have tried to steal a prized death row pendant months earlier.
When he went over there and punched Orlando Anderson, Tupac Shakur basically forced himself into gang politics.
What did Baby Lane tell you?
That they jumped on him.
Who?
The Death Row shooting him. They beat his arm in the socket.
According to prosecutors, that incident is what gave Keefe and his soldiers what he called the ultimate green light. After that fight, Tupac and his entourage head to Club 662, a nightclub Suge ran by the Strip.
And we had the light on Las Vegas and Flamingo, and Tupac hanging out the window, and all the girls were going crazy on that corner.
What happened when you pulled up alongside?
Shooting.
Who got to shoot?
Lando said, "Give me your eye shoot."
Okay. So shoot. How many times did Orlando fire? Approximately.
Maybe about 5 or 6.
Keefe also telling authorities he was the one who provided the murder weapon.
Did you give the gun to somebody?
Yeah, I gave it to the Cadillac. I don't know who I specifically handed it to.
6 days after he was shot, Tupac Shakur succumbed to his wounds. Orlando Anderson had always denied his involvement in Tupac's murder. He died in an unrelated gang shootout in 1998. But Keefe D's words alone weren't enough to make an arrest at that point.
We had no corroboration, no other cooperation of any other individuals. Dwayne Davis walks in and says, "I lied." We have nothing to backstop that. The key on this case was being able to backstop it.
Coming up, the rival police department also talking to Keefe D.
A combination of arrogance and ignorance would prove to be his undoing.
Plus, the man who all sides say would make a difference at the trial.
I'm not a part of that trial. I'm not a part of that crime.